Hello everyone and welcome to this live video. I wanted to talk about this because it's something really important. My name is Pedro Zavala, for the people who don't know me yet. I'm an English teacher with 15 years of experience, and today we're going to talk about this 12 reasons why you still don't speak in English. All right. Many people ask me, teacher, why I have been studying for many years and nothing happened. I mean, I have tried many methods, many courses, many dictionaries, or include teachers, private teachers. I have spent a lot of money and nothing happened. So that's why I want to talk about this, because I'm really worried about this kind of students that spend a lot of money in online courses or private teachers or in magical methods and nothing happened. So if you want to know why, what are those reasons why you're not learning English, stay in this video until the end and you will know for sure why is that, right? So let's start then. If you have any question, also you can write it on the comments. We are not many people now, but I'm totally sure that it will continue growing. And I'm going to start making videos only in English, so you can practice your listening too, all right? So tell me if you like it, and if you don't, or you have any other ideas, write it on the comments too. The first one is you write down vocabulary and don't use it. All right, you write vocabulary but you don't use that vocabulary, so that is a big problem. You know what? Because I know many students, right, or during these years, many students write down the vocabulary on their notebooks, or they have a special notebook where they write it, or sometimes they make papers with a list or on the cell phone, etc. But the problem is that they write it and they leave it there. I mean, they leave the vocabulary there and they don't use it. I mean, they don't review. What is the thing? You just write the vocabulary, but you don't use that vocabulary. Then why is it that for? I mean, what is the reason why you're doing that? If you're not going to use the vocabulary, it doesn't worth it. All right? You don't have to write it. It's not necessary, but the thing is you have to write the vocabulary and then use it in a sentence, all right? That's my recommendation. Write a vocabulary, the word you're interested in, and then use it in a real sentence. For example, today I learned how to say door, all right, in English. So I write down door and then I use this word later. I say, the door is black. My door is big, or there isn't a new door in my house, or I don't know, any sentence or question with the word door. All right, so that is the thing. You have to do it. You have to use that vocabulary that you're learning. Otherwise, it's not gonna help it. Right? You're not gonna use this vocabulary, you're not gonna learn this vocabulary, and you're not gonna learn English. So that is the thing. The second mistake that the students usually make is study only with grammatical structures, all right? We're talking about grammar. I'm totally sure that you know what grammar is. We're talking about present simple, present continuous, present perfect, past perfect, etc. So many students only use grammatical structures. And there is something important here. I'm not saying that grammar is not good. I'm not saying that you don't have to study grammar. We have seen many ads on Facebook and YouTube about some guy telling that, saying that grammar is not necessary if you want to speak English. But it is, all right? It is totally necessary. If you want to speak English, grammar is necessary. The thing is how you learn it, how you're learning grammar. If you're learning in a natural way, or you're learning with the structures. That's why I put only, because if you're studying only with grammatical structures, then that is not correct. You need to use more things, more methods apart from grammatical structures. Now, I know some students that can learn very well with grammatical structures, but I don't recommend it. I recommend if you want to speak, we're talking about speak English, all right? Study the grammar structures, that is something really good, but then use it also as the first tip, use it in a real sentence, okay? So if you learn present simple, then start using the present simple. Okay, or sometimes it's not necessary to learn first the grammar, but you have to learn how to use it. That's why it's important if you're studying in an institution that you could speak English about your life and not only learn the grammar structures. All right, so you have to use it in real life. Keep that in mind always, no matter what is the way you're studying it. If you're studying online, you're studying by yourself with books or with a teacher or in an institution in the university, etc. You need to speak English in real life, about your life, because that's what you care about. That you don't care about speaking about Brad Pitt, you don't care about Angelina Jolie, you don't care about famous people that we don't probably like. You need to use your English for your life, so start using. And that the third mistake that you're probably making when you want to learn English is that we think that studying English is just translating words, right? And some people say that I have my dictionary, I translate the words, and that's how I learn English. Again, it's not bad to translate words. In fact, you need to translate words, because otherwise you're not going to learn new vocabulary. But not only translate the words, again, use it in a real sentence, right? Don't just translate words. I mean, you're not a dictionary. You need to use phrases. You need to include these new words that you're learning in your life, in your real life, right? Sentences. That is the thing. So studying English is not only translating words. That is not correct, right? It's use the word, is make this word associated with other structures, use also idioms, slangs, new vocabulary, new phrases, etc., etc. It's not only translating, it's also pronouncing, for example. But translator is a very important tool that you should use. Okay, so use that. I recommend Google Translator. For me, is one of the best for words, not for phrases, for words. And I always use it in my classes. The fourth mistake that you're probably making, and that's why you're not learning English, is that you don't focus on pronunciation from the beginning, from the start. You don't focus on pronunciation. And you know what is the problem here? That most of the students say, don't worry, the time will pass, and in intermediate or advanced level, I will improve my pronunciation. Or when I finish studying English in my 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, depending on how many years or how many months you're studying English, I will take a course on pronunciation to improve my pronunciation. And that is the thing. The thing is that you don't need to take a special course to study or to improve your pronunciation. Maybe to improve, but not to learn pronunciation. You have to focus since the very first class, what is the correct pronunciation? And now you don't need a teacher for that. You don't need a teacher that is telling you all the time how to pronounce it. You just go to Google Translator or to internet, type the word there, and then you will listen to the pronunciation. That's why you will learn some faster. That's why repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat that word until you can memorize that pronunciation. One very important example is the number 3. Many people go to advanced level, reach the advanced level, they finish, they master English, but they continue saying number 3 or number 3 or number 3. And that is a very common example, right? That we have, that we didn't usually practice pronunciation since the very first class, right? We didn't usually do that. So I recommend you to do that. Practice pronunciation since the very first class, since those basic words All right, do that. Don't wait until you reach intermediate or advanced level. It's not like a magical door will open and then you will finally learn. No, that's not true. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's not true. 5, a mistake that you're probably making is you don't train your ear or your listening. Okay, teacher, how can I improve my listening? Wow, there are a lot of methods that we can find in internet right now. Videos, music, movies, videos again. I repeat it because I improved my pronunciation a lot with videos, but not only videos about English. I mean, for example, you're listening to this video now and you're improving your listening because you're listening to English, and that's something really important, right? That is training your ear. Only listening English, your ear will get used to these words, and with the time it will be much better for you to understand. It will be easier to understand other words like movies, music, etc. But first, I recommend you to start watching videos in English like this and see how much you understand about English. How much do you understand about the words I'm saying right now, about the way I'm speaking, the phrases I'm saying? How much do you understand? I want you to write down on the comments there if you understand what I'm saying. The 80%, the 90%, the 100% probably, right? So I'm not speaking in an advanced level English. I'm just trying to be natural and speak as a teacher because I am. Okay. The mistake number 6 is you think taking a course is just enough. And that is a big mistake that students make. They say, teacher, but I'm studying English right now. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to study more. I don't need to open a book. I don't need to review at home. I don't need to watch videos. I don't need to listen to music or etc. Or I don't need extra classes. I go to my institute, study 1 hour a day, and that's it. And that is a big mistake because unless you're studying 4 hours every day, I mean, that will probably be a solution, studying more hours. But when you go to the institute, you go to study, to learn new things, and to practice these new things. But what about practicing in real life? I mean, when you finish classes, how you practice? I mean, how are you practicing that? What for example, if you learn simple present one more time at the first example, then you go home and you can practice. Okay, you don't have any person to practice with yourself. Look at the mirror, start speaking, asking questions and answering the questions. There is a lot of ways to practice English. If you want a special video about this, many ways to practice English alone, write it in the comments and I will do it for the next video. All right, so learning English is not only taking a course, please. You need to do your job. I mean, you need to do your work, your homework, not the homework that the teacher leaves you in every class. I'm talking about if you're really interested in learning English, you will investigate by yourself. You will search for information on how to learn English and new vocabulary. You will be listening to videos, to music, etc., practicing the grammar, the words, the vocabulary, the phrases you have learned in class in order to master these words and phrases. So taking a course helps, of course, it helps, but it's not enough. It's not enough. You need to do more. Okay, that is the difference between people who start taking a course. 20 people start and then just 1 or 2 finish and speak English because you can finish advanced levels and don't speak English, right? So it's not only taking a course. You have to do your work, right? You have to do your work. I would say that it's like 50%, 60% of the work taking a course, and then it's all about you after that. Mistake number 7 that you will you're probably making if you're not learning English. You just learn words and not phrases. That is a big problem because we don't speak with words. We speak with phrases. Or you go to the restaurant and you say hamburger. Or you go to the shopping mall and you say jacket. Or you are at home and you say to your mom, morning. Well, maybe you say morning, but you say good morning, mom, right? You don't speak with words, you speak with complete phrases. So it's not bad to memorize words, but it's more important to memorize phrases, to practice phrases. I totally recommend to practice phrases because in this way you're learning English, you're speaking real English with phrases and not only with words. Okay, so that's what I put there. You just learn words and not phrases, just both. Yeah, you need to do both, not only one, both. So learn with phrases is more important. Learn new words, and this new word, put it into a phrase, because that's how you speak English. That's how you speak English, not only with words, but with phrases. But the phrases are composed by words, right? So that is the correct way of using it. Number 8 of why you're not learning English. You think you need a native speaker to learn English. This is a very common mistake. Very, very common. Because I have many students that, in fact, at work, I have an institution, Tangerine Academy, and many students usually ask, but teacher, is there any native teacher, native English speaker teacher that could teach me? And they are in basic 1. I mean, if you are in basic 1, or if you're in basic, why do you need a native English speaker teacher? You don't need it. All right, you don't need it. I mean, it's enough with a teacher. I'm talking about teachers, all right? It's enough with a teacher or a person, in any case, or a person who knows how to teach you. Please pay attention to this. You need a person or a teacher who knows how to teach you, know who can speak English very well only, know who is a native speaker. Now, that person is from California, that person is from London, that person is from Australia, and he or she could teach me very well because he's a native English speaker teacher. And you say, and that you imagine, right? Oh, that is a gringo, we say here. That is a person, a native speaker, so I will learn faster with that person. No. Probably your listening, you will improve a little. But what listening if you don't understand? You're in basic level, right? So at the beginning, you don't need a native speaker teacher. You need a teacher or a person who knows how to teach you English, who can make you understand English words, phrases, grammar structures, pronunciation, etc. I don't have anything against native teachers. I mean, it's something good to have a native teacher. But at the beginning, no, you don't need it to learn English. Probably in advanced level, intermediate, we will say advanced level, you need, and you don't need, but it will be a good idea to have a native speaker English teacher. But at the beginning, no, right? So please don't take it like an excuse to say, no, I'm not learning English, all right? Don't think in this way because it's not good. I mean, that's not correct. You don't need a native English speaker teacher, please. You need a person who knows how to teach you. So choose very well the place where you're going to learn English, an institution, or choose the person very well. Don't just waste your money, please. It hurts. It really hurts when I see people spending a lot of money and don't speaking English because they are people, my students, and I know that they don't have enough money or they can't spend, just waste money because they have it. No, they really need to learn English because they need to work. They want a better life, right? Everybody want it. So be careful about that. Mistake number 9 is we hang out with the wrong people. Yeah, friends, family, etc. They have to be, I mean, people who really, I mean, want to do the same thing as you. Not everyone. I'm not saying that. I'm not telling you that you have to say goodbye to everyone and go to live to another place. No, don't do that, please. Never do that. Well, if you want to do that, I mean, that's your option. But don't try not to do that. We hang out with the wrong people is because when we want to learn English, we go with that person who doesn't want to learn English. I mean, if we go to everybody agree that if we go to an institution, we suppose that everybody wants to learn English, right? All our partners. And then you will say, yeah, sure, of course. But you know that these 10 people, only 2, 1, maximum 3 really want to learn English and will really do the necessary to learn English. And the rest, they just don't care about it. They are the group of people who thinks that taking a course is enough. They are of that group of people. And then that's why this mistake. You hang out with the wrong people. You hang out with these 7 people who don't want to do extra work. That's what I mean. So hang out with people who really want to learn English. And I'm gonna tell you something. Something about me. In fact, when I started studying English, I studied with 11, 12 people, more or less. Right? From these 11 or 12 people, I mean, everybody wanted to speak English for sure, because that's why they were there. But not everyone wanted to do the job, because one day I approached them and then I told them, hey guys, what about every time we meet, I mean, every time we see each other in any place, what about speaking only in English? I told them that. And what do you think they told me? What? No, of course. They told me, yeah. They told me, yes, of course, sure, we will do that. We will absolutely do, yeah, for the next time. And we bet. If you lose, I will invite you a hamburger. Okay, let's do this. Everybody was motivated. I always was this kind of person that motivated people to do something, because I'm really passionate about doing things like this, for example. That's why I'm talking like this. I'm really sorry if you if sometimes I speak louder or show my feelings and emotions, but I'm that kind of person. So I decided to ask them that thing. All right, hey, let's speak only in English when we meet. Tomorrow, yeah, before we start the class, let's go to drink something, and then we're gonna speak English, drinking a coffee or eating a hamburger, nothing in Spanish, only English. And everybody say, yes, of course, sure, let's do it. What do you think happened the next day? The next day, everybody, I mean, said nothing in English. They just say hi, and that's it. And I reminded them about that, and I told them, hey, you don't have to speak in Spanish. And then they just told me, no, we'll do that later, not now, because I need to tell you something important. Oh, I don't feel like speaking in English now. I'm sorry, that's my cat. I don't feel like speaking English now. So now let's start tomorrow. Let's start the next week. No, I'm not sure about this, because I'm not good enough to speak English. That is the thing. So that's why I recommend you to hang out with the correct people, with the right people. Happily, I found 1 or 2 people who helped me with this English pronunciation and these things. I really wanted to learn English when I was studying English. And I did the necessary. That's why you could see me here speaking English now. And I think that I believe I speak very well. I mean, I like my pronunciation, but it's not like I always had it. It's because I did a lot of things to have this pronunciation. And you can do the same, and it's not magical. You're not born with this. Okay, it's hard work. You can make it. Mistake number 10, you don't choose the right resources and methods. There's something important here. I mean, sometimes we don't know what are the right resources and methods. And it's understandable. I mean, I can understand. You're not teachers. You don't know all the methods that exist. So you see a magical method and you see, oh, I will learn with that method. You see another method, learn English in 7 days. Oh, okay, great. You see a method that you don't study grammar. It's not necessary. You say, oh, I don't like grammar, so I will go there. Or a method that learn English in 1 year without speaking English. I don't know. And you go to that thing. That's why in this part, I recommend you to look for a person who knows about it. Specialized teacher, a person with knowledge about it. Okay, a person that you trust in. You trust in that person, choose that person that has knowledge and you trust in that, you have confidence in that person. Be very, very careful about it, please, because you will spend a lot of money choosing the wrong resources and methods. When I mean resources, methods I explained you before. When I mean resources is the right book, the right video, the right method, I don't know, online or probably go to the institutions to study. That is the resources, right? But be very sure, please, to choose the right method and resource. Look for a specialist person, teacher, or any person who knows about this to find. Before you start, before you take a course, take a demo class. In the demo class, you will see that if you're learning or not. You don't need 1 month or 2 months to see if the methodology, if the method works. If you learn since the first class at least 10 words, 1 word, 5 words, then that is the correct place to study in. Or that is the correct method, or that is the correct resource. But if the class finished and you didn't learn anything, and you're expecting to learn the next class, that is something incorrect. That is something really incorrect. Okay, don't wait to see the results. I mean, I'm talking about small results. Words, phrases, pronunciation. You have to learn every single class, a new word, a new phrase, a new grammar, a new pronunciation, a new etc. Don't wait until you get to intermediate or advanced, because then you will realize that you didn't learn anything. Okay, so choose the right method and resource, but not only by yourself. Look for a specialist person. If you don't have the money or the resource at the time, or you don't know any specialist person, then you do it by yourself, taking a demo class before you take the course online, or you choose the right method. Otherwise, you will spend time. Well, you will waste time and money. And we need time and money. I don't know you, but I need it. Mistake number 11 on why you're not learning English. You just want to learn speaking. This is something that the students usually tell me. Teacher, I want to study English, yeah, but I just want to learn the speaking. And I say, okay, that's okay. Do you have basic, intermediate, or advanced level? And they tell me, no, I never studied English before. I have never studied English before. And I said, then why you want to learn not only speaking if you have never studied English? You need to know, you need to have the important base of English. I mean, I'm talking about verb be, simple present, present continuous, this grammar things. You need to have it to speak English. Probably you like speaking more than writing grammar and listening and reading, etc. But it's a compliment, or you complement everything. writing, listening. If you learn how to write correctly, then it will be easier to use these writing things on your mind, and then you will speak better in a correct way. So please don't just say I want only English. No, all right. Join everything, okay, and speak perfectly everything. Why not? Why only one thing? You need all of them. You need listening, reading, writing, grammar, speaking, etc. Do all of that. It's possible, believe me. Okay, later you will see that you're better in some skill. Probably you're better in speaking. For example, I consider I'm better in speaking than writing. But I can write. I can write English very well, but I can speak English better than I write. Okay, but I can write it. I mean, after you master everything, then you will decide if you want to speak only, if you want to learn only speaking. But at the beginning, you need everything. Okay, so take this idea out of your mind. You don't only need to learn speaking, you need to learn English. That's it. And in a language is writing, listening, reading, and speaking. All of them. And number 12, the most important, in my opinion, in my 15 years of experience that I have teaching English, you still haven't made the decision to speak English. You know that you want to learn English. You think you can do the necessary to learn English, but you don't. You haven't taken the decision yet, right? You haven't taken the decision. I'm sorry. I wanted to explain you very well this part to finish well. All right. And many people decided that they want to study English. Right? They say, okay, I want to study English. I'm going to start looking for an institution. I'm going to start looking for a course online, etc. But they haven't still made a decision because they don't want to do the necessary to study English. They are not sure about it. When you tell them, okay, you're going to study, for example, I always tell my students, all right, you're going to study English, all right, but you have to do all that I say. I mean, you're going to do everything I say, right? And I say, yeah, sure, teacher. And when 1 month passed and they don't do it. So that is the thing. So ask yourself that question. Am I sure? Am I sure about studying English? Have I already taken the decision of studying English? Why? Because the answer will be yes. Okay, then ask another question. Am I able to do the necessary, everything that is necessary to learn English, to speak English? Am I going to study English? Am I going to investigate about English? Am I going to use the dictionary every day? Am I going to learn new words? Am I going to watch videos? Am I going to listen to music in English? Am I going to put my cell phone only in English and not in Spanish? Am I going to hire a private teacher who can teach me one hour a month at least? Am I going to look for books? Am I going to start studying reading books? Am I going to start learning grammar and not only thinking about speaking English? Am I going to start watching Tangerine Academy videos like this? Am I going to start listening to my teacher, Pedro Zavala? So that's the thing. There are a lot of things you need to do to learn English. That's why people waste the money, because one person comes with a new online magical course in 6 months without doing anything. Don't do anything and speak English. And everybody say, okay, I don't want to do anything because you're lazy. And then I will spend my money there. And then that is a problem. And you get stolen because that's not good. So please don't waste your money. Believe me, I'm really worried about your time and money. I don't like to see that. I don't like to see people wasting money or time in something that is not useful. So if you haven't already taken the decision of learning English, of speaking English, if you're not 100% sure, don't waste your money, please. Watch videos, do everything, but don't waste your money or your time, probably. Be very, very careful with this. So take the decision and do it. Take the decision and go to study there. Start and say, okay, since Monday, I will study hard. I will do the necessary. If I have to study 4 hours a day, I will do it. But in six months or 1 year maximum, I'm gonna speak English. It's possible. It's possible. Many people ask me, is it possible to speak English in 6 months? Very difficult, but possible. Is it possible to speak English in 1 year? Yeah, totally possible. Totally. You don't need more than 1 year, probably 1 year and a half maximum, but you don't need more than that. You don't need to study 2, 4, 3 years, 4 years English. I know institutions that teach you many years, and that is not good. They just want your money. You know why they teach so many years? Because there are a lot of students in the institution, right? And the time you participate is too little. And that's why. Well, probably we can talk about that in another video. I think we're taking too much time. If you want us to talk about that, write it in the comments and we'll do that for sure. Don't worry. Okay, so please, if you haven't taken the decision yet, don't waste your money on this kind of online courses, all right? So I just want to thank you and tell you that you have to put it into practice. Don't just, as the first tip that I told you, that it was write down words and don't use it. The same thing. Don't only watch this video. If you reached until this part of the video, put this into practice, please. It will help you a lot. I really want to help you to study, to learn, to speak English. So we're going to try to do more videos like this in the future to help you. All right, put it into practice. It's the only way you can improve. If you have any questions, of course, write it in the comments. I'm always watching and answering. I'm the person who answers the comments, the questions that you have. Do it. Okay, and again, I want to thank you very much for supporting us every time, every person that is watching this video. I really hope you can speak English very soon as a native speaker. And if you have any ideas, any questions and everything, you know you can count on me. Here's Pedro Zavala, 15 years experienced teacher. See you in a next video. Take care, guys.